Hello and welcome to my series Intro to Aviation. In this video, we're going to be talking about fighter jets, American fighter jets to be exact. Alright, today we're going to be starting off with the F-14. Yes, the plane from Top Gun, or at least the first Top Gun movie, even though it isn't both. It's mainly in the first Top Gun movie. But the F-14 is special with its swept wing design. Basically, the wings can go in and out. When it's in, it can go faster. When it's out, it can be more maneuverable. And of course, how to recognize it. Now, a big thing is the swept wings, but if you don't really know how to identify it as swept wings, it's really big. It kind of looks like a triangle when the wings are swept in, and when they're out, they're directly out, which most planes don't have that. I mean, I guess a few do, but most fighter jets aren't going to have a straight out wing. And if it's in, then it's pretty obvious. Next up, we have the F-15. Now, the F-15 is a pretty legendary plane. It's actually still being used with multiple new variants. And it's a very, very good plane. It's one of the first planes to use fly-by-wire, which I'll probably make a video talking about fly-by-wire in the future. But for now, just know that that's good. Alright, how to recognize the F-15? I mean, the F-15 is going to be the hardest to recognize of all of these, I think. I'll be showing some pictures of the plane while I talk about it. But the F-15 looks kind of like just a default fighter jet. It just looks pretty normal, I guess. Just an average plane. I don't really know how to explain it. If you can explain it better, then say in the comments or something. Alright, the F-16. The F-16 is an extremely maneuverable aircraft, which is mainly because of its small size and smaller wings, meaning that it's able to really just quickly go this way and that way, which is really cool. And how to identify it is that it has one engine. Also, it has one tail, I'll show a picture of it. And yeah, it has one tail and it just looks small. And you can also tell because it has this big air intake thing on the bottom. Next up, we have the F/A-18, or just the F-18 if you want to just be casual about it. If you're wondering, the F-18 is the plane in Top Gun Maverick, the second movie. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. But yeah, it's a plane in Top Gun Maverick that is used pretty much for the entire movie. And yeah, how to recognize it. Now, the F-18 is really kind of thin. It looks pretty weird, but it has this kind of thin and obvious thing to it. Also, you can see in the top of the plane, I mean, more like the back of the plane, just the engines look kind of small, which is another easy way to recognize it. Alright, now we're getting to the 5th generation fighters, which is pretty much having stealth capabilities. Stealth being, well, I mean, obviously, stealth you can't see it on radar. But now, the F-22. But the F-22 is a very good aircraft. Kind of. It actually, even though it was made in 2005, it's already getting retired, which is not really good, because that's not very long. But yeah, the F-22 is going to be retired soon. But the cool things about it is it has thrust vectoring. Basically, its engines can go up and they can go down, which is really cool. How to recognize it is it's very sleek. It looks really cool. It also has these very strange looking engines, which is the thrust vectoring engines. They look pretty weird, and if you see one of these planes flying by, always look for the engines, because it looks pretty similar to the F-35, which I'm going to talk about next. I mean, if you don't know what planes are, it looks pretty similar to the F-35, but yeah, I'll explain that later. Next up, we're talking about the F-35. The F-35 is a very good aircraft, and it has 3 different variants. The A variant, which is the main variant with a cannon on it, the B variant, which can do VTOL, which is vertical takeoff and landing, which is really cool, and the C variant, which is for the Navy, because this plane is meant for all the branches of the military, like the Marine Corps, pretty much everything. To identify it, it's pretty chunky. It also has this one engine in the back, just like the F-16, of course, but it has 2 tails, also in a V-tail thing, which is the same for the F-22. But yeah, cool. Alright, that's it with this episode of Intro to Aviation. I will be posting more episodes of this, so if you want to see that, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because I put a lot of work in these videos, and it means a lot. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, and, well, see you next time.